right, there is a special exotic with my name on it. Now, there's been various types of ways of getting good shit. Some people kneel in front of the Cryptarch, but I saw one dude yesterday actually stand behind the Cryptarch and he got a fucking Zen Meteor. Let's see. What could go wrong here? Some regular shit. Okay, let's do it. Yes! Get in, son! Wow. Well, I don't know if that's going to work for everybody else, but obviously it worked for me. Greetings one and all, this is Rhythmworks and welcome to my channel with some Destiny exotic farming style. 37.3 of coins I had and I thought, you know what, let me just go in and see if I can basically get something. And in the forefront of my mind was actually getting a special exotic, you know, because as for all the other exotics, I've more or less got them. But the Zen Meteor was something that, you know, I really wanted to get. But anyway, this is a tip for those who wants to basically farm for exotics in peace and quiet and don't have to compete with anybody else that's got better weapons than you. Go to the Eye of the Gate Lord story and you'll come to this part here and you're going to need a good scout rifle and a sniper rifle. The reason why you're going to need a sniper rifle, I'm going to show you right now. So when you get him down to literally a Rizzler paper, you use the sniper rifle, shoot him in the gut. That way you can zoom in and see if anything drops. If it doesn't drop, then all you have to do is just press the touch screen and press square straight away, real quick, so that it doesn't complete the mission. So when you go back into the map, you will have the choice of either to resume or to restart. So you keep basically doing that until you get an exotic. Simple as, right? And you can do that by yourself, no disturbances, or you can do it with a couple of your mates and you can alternate it. But I find that if teammates, if they all do it in separate Eye of the Gate Lord missions, then it will work out a lot quicker than actually doing it alternately, because it can be a long time and sometimes somebody can get the better drop and you might get a crappy drop. So, you know, better you get a crappy drop by yourself through your own doing than getting a crappy drop through other people's doing in your team, in the same map, in the same mission. That's how I work it anyway. The Zen Meteor. What's all the fuss about? Well, the fuss is basically that the Zen Meteor is one of the most sought after sniper rifles in the game. It's a PlayStation exclusive. And I have to say the perks are not too shabby either. So let's go into the character selection real quick. Right, here we go. Right, so here are the perks basically. Now, Dynamite, grant explosive rounds, rapid kills with every round in the clip, load an extra higher damage round for 5 seconds. Make all the kills with all the rounds in your magazine. It will give you an extra round that will cause a massive explosion. Now, for some people who are not really great snipers, this gun ain't really gonna matter too tough. But if you are a quick scoper, this is right up your alley, man. Straight up, okay? So you got the ballistics, the choice of ballistics you can basically use, which is pretty much standard. Okay, you got the Underdog. This weapon gains a boost to range and handling when health is low. Fitted stock increases weapon stability, field scout, and also injection mode. And this is the kicker right here. The extra round from Dynamite causes a massive explosion, which I'm going to buy that shit. There you go. So I'm pretty much hooked up now and ready to go. Okay, now the thing about me, right, and and these exotic weapons, you know, I love to get them. I think the last time that I really had a really good drop and I was pretty much excited about it was, well, it's a story that I've told many times, and I've had that story told to me many times by my teammates. And it was when I got the Vex Mytha class in the raid, Votor Glass raid. And it all came about when I simply went into the raid as a team player, ready to do whatever people wanted me to do. And there was this one fucking loudmouth fucking Egypt that wanted to basically prove he can do everything more or less. Do you know what I mean? You know, questioning why the fucking raid was made for 6 people when he can do the whole shit himself, right? And when people wasn't really doing exactly what he wanted them to do, he would get really annoyed and fucking upset. You know what I mean? To the point where he was more or less abusing people. And I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna sit on my ass. It's like, if you want to basically do the raid, you do the fucking raid, right? I'll sit down and watch you. If you can do it all by your fucking self, I'll be impressed. And that's exactly what I've done. And then after the raid, after it was completed and the scoreboard came up, who got the Vex Mytha class? Me. Just sitting on my ass, doing nothing as a fucking protest to that big mouth. And he was not happy. Let's say he was not happy. All right, so what do I think? My overall impressions? Well, it's a good gun, but it's not great. It's not a great gun at all. Do you know what I mean? You know, yeah, I was excited at first when I got the gun, but I wasn't peeing in my pants like some people do on their YouTube videos, like they would do when they got the galley the first time around. Nah, that's not me. Do you know what I mean? That's not me. You know, it's not a bad weapon, but I have to say there are better weapons out there. Now, you're gonna get some dickheads, right? As soon as they basically get the Zen Meteor, they're gonna want you to know that they fucking got the weapon. Doesn't matter what scenario, PvP, PvE, an elevator or a fucking phone box. It's like, shit, we're in a freaking cardboard box that's only 2 foot wide and 2 foot high. I'm gonna use my Zen Meteor on that shit. Trust me, there are those knobs in Destiny that will do that shit constantly. They want to let you know, I've got the Zen Meteor. But they don't have to fucking use it. You know what I mean? But for me personally, yeah, perks are nice and what have you. As a PvE weapon, great. As a PvP weapon, I don't really rate it as highly because of the fact that in order to get the maximum perkage out of it, you're going to have to camp and basically get 3 people straight. I don't know about you, but people ain't going to be taking fucking selfies for you to take 3 shots in rapid succession. It's not going to happen, not going to happen, not going to happen. But let me suggest to you some weapons that I would carry out in the field from a sniper standpoint. Now, yeah, people will go for the 1,000-yard stare. You know what I mean? It's a fan favorite. It's a standard weapon for PvP. But my weapon as a sniper is this. Is the Extra Solar RR4. Got into it real quick. Right. Compact weapons. It's very compact. It's not fucking long. You know what I mean? If you stand the Zen Meteor from butt to nozzle, it will stand as tall as the freaking Guardian. Do you know what I mean? That's not a freaking short piece of gun. That gun is long and it's cumbersome for me. I don't like carrying long weapons with me all the time. I like carrying snipers that are average in size and just got a compact build about them. That's just me. Do you know what I mean? I'm a compact, max power, stopping power kind of guy. But yeah, the perks on this: Eye of the Storm, weapon becomes more accurate as your health gets lower. Perfect balance. Hidden Hand. For PvP and PvE, perfectly balanced in that regard. 1,000-yard stare, yeah, it's pretty good, but you know, I can still knock people's heads off with a freaking meter multi-tool. I can still knock people's heads off with that. Do you know what I mean? But, you know, for a sniper-based Guardian, Extra Solar RR4. Check it out. Another gun that I don't have in here, which I should have in here, is the Queen's Choice. I know what you're going to say. I'm not a fan of sidearms. I don't like them. Listen, I thought the same way until I got into Iron Banner. Not this Iron Banner that's just gone, the one that went before it. And I was playing that and I was getting ripped with this freaking Queen's Choice. And I'm thinking, what the hell? Which gun is that? And then I'm looking through my app to see if I've got the gun. Haven't got the gun. And I got it as a drop. It was doing some strike. I can't remember which one it was. And as soon as I got it, I was just about to throw it away, but remembered that I kept getting ripped with that gun. And then as soon as I basically just looked up the freaking stats, man, soft ballistics, crowd control, hand loaded, quick draw, reinforced barrel, partial refund, right? Now, let me tell you something about this gun. If you come across this gun, don't throw it away. If you come across this gun, let me tell you from now that this is the best sidearm I've come across so far. Forget the Havoc Pigeon, forget the Jabba Hacker. Those guns are freaking toy guns in comparison to that. If you got a good, quick trigger finger, this runs like a fucking semi-auto in PvP. Let me tell you, because I've experienced it on both ends of the barrel, so to speak. So I'm not joking. This gun is one of the best sidearms to basically use. And if you're going into PvP, in terms of ammo and stopping power, this gun basically has is much better than other guns that uses less ammo, that you're gonna have to work twice as hard to basically look for the special ammo around the map. Queen's Choice, one of the best sidearms in the whole of the game. If you know a better sidearm, let me know. I've played with a lot of sidearms and none of them is as effective as Queen's Choice, in my humble opinion. But if your opinion differs, please let me know and turn me on to something that is better than this gun. I think you'd be hard pressed to do even that. Next up in the heavy weapons selection style, I know a lot of people go for Truth, because the Truth is like a poor man's galley. But if you don't want to use up an exotic on a heavy, I would suggest this, the Smolder. These things drop like rain in a lot of activities within PvE, and if you get one with a good roll, it's pretty good. This one I've got, it's got tracking as well. It's got tracking, quick draw, heavy payload, snapshot, Grenadier, which to me, you know, neither here or there. But the tracking is most important for me. Just ramp that up, infuse that to a nice high level in PvE. It's all good. It's all gravy. If you don't want to use up an exotic for your heavy. And the primary selection style, without a doubt, Hung Jury. There's so many different guns you can use for primaries that are effective in different situations. I wouldn't just swear by one. But the ones that I basically use, to be perfectly honest with you, would be Hung Jury. Hard light if you just want to basically just mop up shit. I don't even use meter multi-tool in PvE. I use it in PvP. Antipodal Hindsight. It's a good gun for PvP. Tend to get wiped out with it. Not on a regular, but I see it a lot. It reminds me of the Surus regime, actually. So if you don't want to use up an exotic slot with the same power as Surus regime, I suggest Antipodal Hindsight. Okay, now between Hung Jury and Tlaloc, whatever you want to call it, there's different strengths and weaknesses to both guns. I believe both guns are good in their own right, but for me, even though the Tlaloc has better handling when the super is more or less filled, I always go with the Hung Jury. The reason why I go with the Hung Jury is a simple reason. It's having advantage, and it's having advantage in two different ways as opposed to the Tlaloc having one advantage. Now with the Hung Jury, it's all about vision. It's all about seeing your enemies. On the radar, you can see them on the radar with the third eye, but you could also see them with the flash HS4, which highlights the enemies as well. And if you're at a vantage point in a map, you can see the enemies quicker than anybody else can see them. And if they all got Hung Juries, or if they got Tlalocs as well, yeah, you know, the Tlalocs can basically work in a certain situation, certain given situation, but I swear by the Hung Jury every time. And don't believe all the bollocks that people basically tell you about the year 2 and year 1. They're both as good as each other. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, I had somebody tell me, oh, you got year 2 Hung Jury, man. I'm sorry for you, man. fuck you, man. I'm still fucking mopping up shit with this gun. But if you haven't got it, check it out. Got a Dead Orbit. Sign up to their faction. Whatever you need to do, man. Just get the hung jury. You know what I mean? Everybody who you see in the tower has got one of those pieces on their back. So check that out. Okay. And that's pretty much it. So in summary, the Zen Meteor. Nice gun. Not a bad gun, but not a gun to be going crazy about. Know what I'm saying? You know, so don't wet your knickers, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't wet your knickers over this gun. If you're a sniper, a quick scoper, it's right up your street. But even then, PvP, it's not going to happen that quick. You know what I mean? Unless you're a camping, sniping piece of shit. Or else it will work for you. But other than that, you know, people ain't going to stay still long enough for you to be taking those freaking pot shots. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that is all for me for now today. And I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for stopping by. And as always, you done know the coup. Whatever the game, media, platform, format, genre, happy gaming, because that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters. And until I catch you on the next one, please stay blessed. Magan.